It's time for
Tea Time with
Daniel
and Zach.
with your hosts,
Zach Kraus.
and Daniel Laus.
Yeah!
This is a show for kids by one kid and one adult.
That's right.
Let's listen in.
We'd like to welcome everyone to our first ever video
First ever
podcast.
videocast and third podcast that we've ever done.
Yes.
Number 3.
We're starting to get quite experienced, if you ask me.
Yes. Maybe, well, yes. Yes, we are. Let's leave it at that then.
All right. The name of our podcast this week is Pigeon Man. That's the name. Okay.
That's the name.
That's the name. Pigeon Man.
And Pigeon Man is being brought to you in the sunny new sanctuary. Woo!
It's really nice. We're sitting right now on center stage.
We're on location for our first video podcast.
This is going to be awesome.
And today's tea that we will be sampling is, can you reach it? My microphone's really short. Dr. Pepper.
It's the tea of goodness. 23 flavors. Thank you, Daniel.
Oh, I spilled.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not used to tea.
Oh, creamer? There's no creamer in that.
Yes, there is. Don't be crazy.
Okay.
Would you like some sugar?
No.
I'll take 3 lumps. I'm bold.
I don't know if bold means weird.
Have you ever
But it
played
might.
tea time when you were little?
No.
Let's try it out.
That's some pretty dang good tea. Tastes kind of. Oh my goodness.
Yes!
You're weird.
Let's move on. All right. As you can recall, this podcast covers what happened last week. And
What happens next week?
and everything in between, which would be right now at this very moment.
And our movie review.
And our letter of the day, which is Z, by the way.
Ooh.
Wait, we already had Z.
I don't think we already
Dang.
had Z.
Yes, it's Zach.
Then
remember?
X.
X.
Why? I don't know.
Oh, I thought you were changing it to Y. I was like, what?
I had you fooled.
No, it was X. It's X. Congratulations, we're on X.
We're on X. We're working
Xylophone.
backwards, sort of.
Can you think of any other word that starts with X that's not xylophone?
Xenophobe.
Yeah.
It really is a word.
Okay. All right, let's move on. All right, last Wednesday, Pastor Scott preached.
It was the first time in like 3 weeks. I was amazed.
Or a week.
I didn't know he had preached. I didn't know he could preach. Did you?
Yes,
Oh.
I did actually.
I guess I was the only
Being
one
that he
wondering.
is our pastor,
Oh,
I
being
assume that there must be some preaching in the word pastor.
no,
and it
I'm pretty
came
sure
with his
pastor
name.
doesn't have the word preach in it.
Well, you're right. Let's move on. All right. Wednesday was a great night. I think it was very successful. I can't remember it at all, actually. I'm trying to think about it. Nothing's coming to mind. It was good, though.
I had to do stuff.
Like what?
I was in the back. I had to hand out stuff. I had to give pens to everyone. Then we ran out of pens again. So I had to go find some more so
The
everyone
drama
could have
of the
pens
behind the scenes.
to write down. And then by the time I got in there, the sermon was like half over.
Half over?
Yeah, at least.
If you were a positive person, you would have said it's half full.
Half full. Give me a break.
I will.
Okay.
All right. And then we just got back from Sunday school, which Diana's still preaching this senior high, and Zach's still teaching the junior high, which I think is a very healthy switch for us.
It was good. I had a lot of junior hires today. There were 3 last week. There were like 12 this week.
Which was remarkable because there's at least like 15 people in the senior high, at least. I mean,
Sunday school is growing.
it's a great turnout.
If you're
and it's a
not
lot of
there,
fun.
you're missing out.
You're missing out on all the food too. Fruit snacks, Hello Kitty.
I forgot fruit snacks today. I'm sorry, junior hires. I'll bring it next week. I promised you.
Well, at least you're apologizing.
Yeah, I said I was sorry. I thought I had fruit snacks, and then there were only 6 left.
No, it's okay. It's okay, Zach.
Sorry.
Drink your darn tea.
Sorry.
Drink it.
I'm sorry.
Drink it. You're so bad at fake drinking. All right. Well, it says here we're going to review cell groups, but it says there weren't any.
But there was Saturday night hangout for the junior hires last night.
And it was also my brother's birthday.
It was. We
Big
had a
1-3.
cake. We had a cake.
And
it
all
was
the leftovers
chocolate.
at my house, and I'm getting fat off it.
Getting fat, really?
Oh,
Okay.
are you saying I already am?
Yes. Last night at Saturday night hangout, it was Amazing Race plus Fear Factor. Okay, so we did this huge race for teams, and it was gross stuff. Okay, we threw a cow tongue around. It was awesome. This cow tongue was so disgusting. It weighed over 3 pounds.
3 pounds.
Yeah. If you think of your steak is measured in ounces. Okay, like a good-sized steak is 12 ounces. This cow's tongue was 3 pounds of meat.
You learn something new every day. 3 pounds of tongue.
Of tongue. It was gross.
Tongue.
And then Mason threw it on the roof.
The roof, is it still there?
No, I got it this morning.
You're a good man, Zach.
I know.
You're a good man.
And they had to drink this stuff that Diana made, and she blended up like 13 million different things in this blender and then topped it off with Italian dressing.
But
I mean, there was like pudding, SpaghettiOs, fruit snacks. I mean, it was chunky and gross. And I believe your brother Ben drank like a huge thing of it.
really, that doesn't surprise me.
It doesn't surprise me at all. Like, everyone on your team had to drink some, so everyone else kind of went. But Ben, he drank the whole
He's trying to be
thing.
cool.
He was cool last night because it was his birthday and we had to be nice to him.
Right, nice to him.
Okay,
We all
so
pretend we
Saturday
like
night
to
hangout
him
was
for a day.
cool.
All right, let's talk about things that are coming up here.
Well, tomorrow morning, me and 2 other guys and Pastor Scott, we're going off to junior high camp at Lake Geneva.
Wow, who's going?
I think it's Doug and Josh.
What a big turnout this year.
I know, there's 2 people. I've never been to Lake Geneva before, and I'm a little. I'm a little
that camp
scared.
is where I grew up, Zach.
You grew up there?
I grew up there.
Okay.
Only there.
Only there? You
I-
never
well,
grew
see-
anywhere else?
No, yeah. I'd stay the same height, and then I'd go to Camp Geneva, and woo, I'd shoot up like a rose.
They must feed you something there, like Miracle Grow.
Oh, that's why the food
If
tastes
I
good.
grow when I go there,
So
that's going to be bad.
why?
I'm already tall.
Well, good.
I don't want to get much taller than I already am.
But tall people are cool people.
So you're saying you're not cool?
Let's move on. Let's see here. We got the Boundary Waters coming up very, 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 very soon.
In fact, there's an informational meeting Wednesday night at 8:45 to talk about what you need to bring when we're leaving and all that stuff. And I think our good friend Andy is in charge of that.
How exciting, an informational meeting.
Ooh, I know I'm going. Are you going? Well, actually,
I think I am.
I'm not going to the meeting
Oh, why
because I'll
not?
be at camp.
But it's an informational meeting.
And you know what? Jody's not going to be there either. Yeah, that's right. Okay?
Let's move on.
So, Boundary Waters is in 2 weeks, but if you're going, you need to come to the meeting after youth group. Okay?
Wait. What day? What day? I missed that. What day?
Wednesday night at 8:45, like
Next
in
Wednesday?
3 days.
In 3 days.
Wednesday,
At
informational
8:45
meeting,
Where?
8:45 at the church. So, like after
Well,
youth group, just stick
at the
around.
church, there's only about 1,000,000 places.
I know. Probably just stay in the sanctuary.
Okay, the sanctuary. There we go. That's
The
an answer.
sanctuary. I didn't know exactly what you wanted. Okay.
Well, I already finished mine. I think I'm gonna pour some more. Thank you.
Okay. Fine.
You keep going. Talk about our future podcast
You're spilling
At,
everywhere.
at the Boundary Waters. Just go
Boundary
on.
Waters? Okay. Our next podcast, well, no, the next video podcast, good grief, you're dripping everywhere. Our next video podcast is going to be live from Boundary Waters. Okay, it won't be live, but we're going to be at Boundary Waters. We might be in a canoe, and I hope we don't get the camera wet because that would be horrible. And we would probably die because Pastor Scott would kill us.
It'd be horribly funny
It would be
for a
amazingly
moment,
funny.
and then we die.
It's true. Okay, I think it's time for our movie review.
It's that time again.
This week, our selection. Oh
I'm just
my!
pulling that back out. I mean, we.
He
always
pulled
do
that
the
out of
same thing.
nowhere.
You might be listening at home. You don't know what we're making that sound effect with. Yeah, it's like this. It's very complicated.
Right.
But let's move on.
We're good. Okay, Friday night, we both had the pleasure of
You
seeing
were there.
Pirates. I was at a different theater, but I saw it on Friday night nonetheless.
She was there.
Well,
She called me. But
okay,
anyways, moving on.
nobody can see her.
Well, over there is a girl. All right. So we saw Pirates of the Caribbean, and I would like to hear Zach's review first. We haven't talked before this about this review, so I don't know how he feels about the matter.
It's
so we're
true.
Gonna hear Zach's opinion about the movie. Out of 5 stars.
Out of 5 stars, I would give it 4. I think Daniel's dying.
Move on. Just go. Talk about it.
4 stars because it was, okay, let's be honest here. It was a lot like the first one. It had its moments of funniness. Like there's a scene where they're on this giant wheel and it's turning, and I laughed, okay? A lot of people didn't laugh at that scene, but I thought it was really funny. And there weren't as many one-liners as in the first movie. Like Jack Sparrow always has these great one-liners. Not so much in the second movie. But overall, the acting was still good. The storyline was, in fact, better than the first movie. So I give it 4 out of 5 stars.
What would you give the first movie?
The first movie, I would give, I don't know, I'd probably give it 4 stars because the lack of the storyline is made up with one-liners. Because it was slightly funnier than the second movie.
All right. This is my review now. Out of 5 stars, I give it 2.
That you hate movies, don't you?
I do not hate movies. I'm going to tell you honestly, this movie did have what the other one lacked, and the other movie lacked what this one had. And that's this one had a good story, but it was long. It didn't have any one-liners. It wasn't comedically funny. Like the other one had this kind of like playful vibe, and it was really funny. And now this one totally lacks it, totally misses it, and there's not even an ending to the movie. So you're sitting in the movie for about 2.5 hours, and there's not even an ending. You just, there it is, you just wasted a whole bunch of time, go home. It's like a slap in the face. And I don't care if everyone else loves that movie. They're wrong.
I didn't say I loved
I will
it.
fight to the death for what I believe.
Okay, wow. Daniel is getting abused, but he's also, oh my goodness, oh my. Okay, here's the deal. It was a pretty good movie. It was obviously set up for the third movie. Okay? That's why it didn't have an ending.
Which preludes that the third movie's going to be crap.
How do you even know that? Have you seen the third movie?
They're making it at the same time, so it's going to be the same.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Okay.
For Jack Sparrow's dad, they're having that lead guitars from that rock band.
The Rolling Stones.
That's the one. And Keith Jagger or something like that. Yeah, he's going to be his dad because that's who Johnny Depp modeled his character after. You know it's going to be bad if they have a rock star.
You know it's gonna be
Playing a
you know
big
it's gonna be a
part.
good movie if Daniel gives it a bad review. Okay? Let's be honest here.
Superman a good movie?
Superman was an okay movie.
Was Nacho Libre a good movie?
I haven't seen Nacho Libre.
It was an okay movie. They're all okay movies.
That's because Hollywood is running out of
That
ideas. Okay? They're running out of ideas.
No
Here, I have to
excuse.
get on my soapbox here for a little bit, okay? Hollywood, you need to get some good ideas. You're running out of them. You're losing it. All you do is remakes and sequels. Okay? I can't think of a movie I've seen recently that wasn't a remake.
Or here's another one. Can they think of any movies that's not already a comic book?
Oh, another
Everyone.
good point. Superman,
Only
Spider-Man,
the only
The
good movies
Punisher.
are ones that are already comic books. Think of some originals.
some originals.
Zathura was a good one.
But that was based off an earlier movie.
No, it was actually based off a book called Zathura.
That wasn't it written after Jumanji?
Yeah.
So it was basically the same thing.
Complain. It was still a book.
You're the one complaining.
All right, let's move on here.
You're always like, movies stink.
Let's talk about the senior high missions trip that you are orchestrating.
I am orchestrating that, and we made some good progress. We've got some places to work at. We're going to be working with some kids. We're going to be rebuilding some stuff, like smaller than you guys, because you're all kids to me. Haha. Okay.
We could have been brothers.
Could have been brothers.
Yeah, my mom's about, yeah. We could have been very close brothers because you're younger actually than my brother.
Wow. I don't
Useless information that I'd like to share.
I don't have a brother.
Do you have a sister?
I have 2 sisters.
I've never heard of this.
You've
This
never
is
heard of this? They're
exclusive.
younger than me. They're
Move
they're-
on. What
they're-
about the senior trip?
the senior high missions trip.
Yes.
Come talk to me if you want to be a part of it. I have not determined a cost yet, but I'm going to try to make it as cheap as possible because
$3 million.
okay, yes, $3 million. It will cost
Round
$3 million. Okay, round
Estimate.
figure. Yeah, an estimate. Okay, it's like the
Guesstimate.
jackpot, estimated at
Guesstimate.
a guess. No, estimate.
Guesstimate.
No, estimate.
You want to fight about it?
Fine. The word of the day is guesstimate. What is this?
I will take you down.
Are we done? I didn't think so.
Moving on.
Sit down.
All right. We're going to have a little interview now. How about
Little
that?
interview.
Since the name of the thing is called Pigeon Man, maybe we should, fit him in there. Huh?
No. Okay, fine.
All right.
All right.
All right. We're going to have an interview here, so let's give a warm welcome for Pigeon Man.
It's time for... the pigeon!
Here with Pigeon Man, ready for our interview here. So
The long-awaited interview.
yep. So Pigeon Man, it's nice to meet you.
Yes, it's nice to be here. I've always loved showing up to various interviews and charity events. It's a hobby of mine.
Alright. So what is the origins of Pigeon Man?
Well, my origin is wrapped in mystery, but let me give you the straight skinny on it. Alright, I was born a pigeon. You know, maybe not a full-grown pigeon, but it was ready to explode out of me. I was born in a very wealthy family, very wealthy. I grew up in a very nice home. My parents were nice. Yeah, now, whatever. I was a good child. I didn't get into much trouble, but around, I'd say, 12 or 13, I started seeing things appear. Feathers, a large chest, a large forehead, and I didn't know what these all meant. I was confused and lost. My parents abandoned me on the side of a road. I was surrounded by pigeons, and these pigeons became my friends. They taught me to cherish what I know now as a human being. I developed more and more into a pigeon, and I was set free. And the pigeon, and then I was adopted by my mom there. Hi, Mom. She had a beard. It was weird, to quote VeggieTales. But she was a very great mom. She loves canasta. And I made a friend, and I tried to get a girlfriend. That didn't work out. Yeah. So now I've decided to devote my entire life to being Pigeon Man, because that's who I am, and how dare I try to hide that.
Yeah. We were wondering, Pigeon Man, what kind of superpowers do you have?
Yeah, superpowers. Let's talk about superpowers. Well, just tell us straight.
Well, that's the one thing everyone wonders about me. But my primary move is Pigeon Rage. Have you seen on different events on stage? But that isn't my only power. I would like to say I have many other powers, like keen pigeon hearing. I can hear at least 15 to 20 feet away from where I really am. And I have very sharp, you see these? These are my pigeon specs. They let me see at least 15 to 20 feet away from me at all times, even if my eyes were shut. And I also have a very powerful punch. I call it the pigeon punch, and it'll hurt you. It'll hurt you. And I also have a kick. It's called pigeon kick. And I like to throw it out there sometimes with the combination of the punch. But of course, Pigeon Rage is my primary move. It's a complicated attack. It's kind of hard to explain. But once I'm in a Pigeon Rage mode, there's no going back, and I'm pretty much an unstoppable machine, an unstoppable pigeon. And here's another thing. My name's Pigeon, but I lack the ability to fly. And that might sound bad or everything, but why would I want to fly? I mean, there's no crime in the air. I'm not going to go fly and fight bad birds, you know. Evil's on the ground, and so I'm on the ground where evil is. Yeah. So, that's pretty much all my attacks wrapped up in one long explanation. Oh, sometimes I could do a forehead blast. An actual ray shoots from my head, but it's very exhausting and very time-consuming, so I hardly use it.
So, what are you doing today?
Well, I've been reading up on my Reader's Digest. I've been doing some gardening, keeping up my lair, making it look pretty, making it look homey, you know. It's a release for me. But primarily I've been fighting evil, you know. But it's at a great cost for me, because I get made fun of a lot because of my pigeon chest, and I'm a very sensitive person, and it's hard to explain, I know, but yeah, it's not good. It's not good. I'm very sick of being Pigeon Man. I don't know how long I could do this, but it's an emotional. But I'll keep the faith. You know, I'll keep the faith. I'll keep being Pigeon Man for a time. No promises. Promises are meant to be broken. Hey, it's been great. Thanks for having me on the show.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks for having an interview with us.
Yes, thank you, Pigeon Man.
Yeah, I love interviews, and if you want to interview me, just call, you know,
Never.
and
Obviously.
I'll be there. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, anytime.
All right.
Anytime.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure.
Thanks again, Pigeon Man. Yeah, over there.
That way. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, now
All right,
that
we're
was
back.
that was a
That was
thrilling interview with Pigeon Man.
thrilling.
I was,
He was our guesstimate.
yeah, he guesstimated something, that's for sure. He talked forever. I didn't know Pigeon Man
Stop
was
complaining.
long-winded. I thought one of his superpowers should have been long-windedness.
Oh, you jerk. All right. That was very
You know, I liked Pigeon Man, but this. Whoa, there's other people here.
We have a live studio audience.
Hello.
Hey, aren't we fortunate? All right.
Okay, back
that
to
was the
tea.
interview with, Pigeon
Here,
Man.
here. You have my tea here. Oh,
Oh, I thought.
here, just take it. Okay.
But you touched it with your lips.
I did. It was good. Oh, you just spill all the time.
Tea time with Daniel and Zach. Do we have anything else to talk about?
No, we really don't. And I can't believe you didn't like Pirates.
It was dumb.
You're dumb. You need to start giving movies good reviews.
I will once they deserve it.
Pirates did. It had a good storyline and it had its funny moments.
Cupola.
And plus, let's be honest, that big Kraken thing was amazing.
The Kraken thing?
The Kraken.
What?
Do
The
you?
monster?
Yes.
That was
that's-
way overdone because they should have had some battles with Davy Jones. He didn't fight once, you know.
What if they're saving it for the third
Why do
movie?
we always talk about movies? Let's move on.
Because we like movies.
No.
No,
Does anyone even watch this podcast?
I have no idea. Will
If
they
you
like
watch
it?
this podcast, please tell us.
Yeah.
We would like to
email. You can email at Zach at
email.
threshingfloorym.com
Or Mr. Great
or
2008
mail
at
dot
hotmail.com.
threshingfloor. I don't remember what my
I'm
email
plugging mine
address
right
is.
now. I'm plugging mine. Mr. Great 2008 at hotmail.com. Yes,
How
that's
corny
Mr.
is that? Okay, Mr. Great, 2008.
Great. I'm graduating in 2008. No, listen to this. Mr. Great 2008, because that's the year I graduate. Freestyle right there.
Let's freestyle about something else.
All right, let's do freestyle about weeds.
Weeds?
Weeds.
Not weed. Do not be confused with weed.
Don't do drugs.
Drugs are bad.
Do weeds.
Okay.
Weeds. 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 Weeds.
Yeah.
Word.
That is our white boy
I
rap
think we should
freestyle.
do that every week.
Yeah, we're going to have a freestyle of every week.
Every week.
Every week. I hope you're ready for it because it's amazingly
Weeds.
bad. Okay.
Weeds.
This week
I
was
couldn't
called
think of
Weeds.
one rhyme with weeds.
Weeds,
Weeds.
seeds.
I have my needs for weeds and the seeds. Wicked, wicked.
That was wow. I'm honored to be in your presence.
You're wowed.
I'm wowed.
That's about all we have for today. So let's recap here.
Recap. The letter of the day is X.
The movie of the day is
Pirates of the Caribbean, which
2.
received
Low
2
ratings from everyone.
and 4. I gave it 4 stars. I
equaling
liked
out
it.
to a 3.
Yes. And the word of the day is guesstimate
Guesstimate, which
Why?
is a good way to
because
say
we
it,
feel like it.
because there's a guest and his name was Pigeon.
And our tea of the day is Dr. Pepper.
And our number of the day is 23 because that's exactly how many flavors there are in Dr. Pepper.
So, that'll about do it. Go visit the website, threshingfloorym.com.
I'm
And-
your host, Daniel,
And I'm your other host, Zach.
and I'm the better host, Daniel. So
All right.
that's all we have for today.
Thanks for listening in, watching us.
Do
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Still, I don't see how you can even think that price was good remotely good.
What?
You're nuts.
It was so much better than the worst movie of all time.
I think it's not.
Whatever.
It couldn't be. So
It couldn't be any worse.
the worst.
You don't know what you're talking
You
about.
are crazy. Stop it.
Jerk, I can't believe you slapped me. What
Hey, you!
Pigeon raid.
Stupid